Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ben and I'm a photographer based in North Wales. Last week I showed you how to make an astrophotography time-lapse, and this week, using the very same image files, I'm going to show you how to make a star trail. Everything we need for this is on the computer, so let's jump in. So in this case I've got 750 raw image files. From last week we've already got them into our Lightroom catalogue. I've got them in their own collection, and I've completely reset these to import settings. So all we're going to do is a quick little edit, which won't take long at all. All I'm going to do is select one of the images that I want to use, and I'm going to use my Portal 4 Lightroom preset. By the way, my Lightroom preset pack will be available very soon. I'll be doing a video all about them and how to install them and whatnot, so look out for that one. So with just one image selected, I'm going to click on the Portal 4 preset, and you can see straight away how much clearer that looks. There's so many more stars easily visible. And I'm just going to scroll down my right hand panel, and under lens corrections I always keep the remove chromatic aberration ticked, and everything else is looking pretty decent for me. And all we're going to do is hit Command A or Control A on the PC to select all the files that I want to use. I'm just going to dismiss that initial test shot, and then click Sync at the bottom right, and then Synchronize. That's just going to take a few seconds to paste those settings to all the other images. Next, what we're going to do is export them. So go to File, Export, and I've already created a folder on my external hard drive to house them. We're not going to rename them, so that we still have them all in file sequence order. I'm going to export them as TIFF files. That means we still have a good bit of room to play afterwards. I'm not going to resize them, I'm not going to sharpen them, just export as a TIFF and let that do its thing. So to save a bit of time on the video, I've already done that. I've got all my TIFF files right here, all 750 of them. So to do the star trail shots, we're going to be using a program called StarStax. This is a completely free software, free to download, no sign up, no hidden costs or anything like that. And full disclosure, this is the first time I've ever used it, so we're going to see just how easy it is to use. Hopefully we're going to get some nice images out of it. So as far as I'm aware, you can see on the left hand side there's a big section saying drop images here. So I'm going to just select all my TIFF files, drag them over and drop them into place. So you can see in the list they're all still in file sequence, and then if we just hover the cursor over the blending mode, you can see it actually gives a description of what each one does. So by the look of it, gap filling creates star trail images with minimal gaps. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to select gap filling, and you know what? We're just going to run it, see how it does. So to start the process, it's just this fourth button on the left hand side. Click that and it will get to work. So this is pretty cool. As it's working through image by image, it's giving us a live feed to show how it's actually affecting the image. So while it's working, for this image I was shooting Ursa Major up at the top of the image, and leading from there I found Polaris, the North Star, focused on Polaris, and as you can see it's very much a circular motion around the North Star. That's what we'll get up here in the Northern Hemisphere. But just as an example, I'll show some different angles as well, not showing Polaris, just to see what other sort of patterns we can come up with. I am starting to think maybe this is a bit excessive, perhaps a few too many images. Okay, so there's the image that it's given us. That is from 750 raw images all stitched together. I think that's definitely a bit excessive, but it clearly demonstrates what it does, and very well. As I said, you can clearly see that I was shooting at Polaris, the North Star. For those who aren't aware, Polaris isn't strictly directly north, it isn't actually the northernmost star. This little blur here, the one with the sort of bluish tint to it, that is Polaris, and you can see there are others closer to the middle of the circle, but we can't see those ones with the naked eye, hence Polaris being one of the brightest stars in the northern hemisphere. That's what travellers used to find their way. Okay, so I'm going to save this image, but just for reference, and I think we will try it with slightly fewer images. Okay, so let's try that again. To try and select a few less images, I'm just going to guess for around 200 images. What have we got there? That's 215. We'll try that. Same again, drag it over, and then still using the gap filling blending mode because it seems to do a very good job. I'm just going to hit go again, see what this one gives us. So there we have it, there's our image. Personally, I think it looks a lot better than the one with 750 images, though obviously that will differ depending on how long your exposures were in the first place. So one more thing that we can do here is, you'll see two sliders on the right hand side for your threshold and amount with the gap filling. So we can just have a bit of a play around with them, see what that does. I think personally it actually looks better with less on the amount slider. You have much nicer, clearer lines, so the stars aren't sort of blurring together so much. So yeah, I'm going to export that. You just go to File and Save As. Choose wherever you want to put it. I'm going to put it in the parent folder. Just go put a 2 at the end of it and .tiff and save. So now we can go into the folder, and there we go, we've got 2 images there. That's the original one with loads of photos, and then that's the second one. Okay, so what we can do now, seeing as we used TIFF files and saved it as a TIFF file as well, I've just created a new collection in Lightroom specifically for all my star trails. So all I have to do is drag and drop into the collection. We'll import both of them into that collection and add some keywords. Star trail, Astro, May 20, and YouTube, that'll do. Import. And now we can still edit this file. So because I did all my basic adjustments right at the start, I really don't need to do much to this at all. But I love using Lightroom more than anything, just for the catalogues. I know exactly where everything is. What I could do if I wanted to, I actually think it looks pretty cool with all the planes and satellites cutting straight through it. Gives that bit of juxtaposition between the nice smooth lines and the straight solid lines cutting straight through it. But what I could do is edit this image in Photoshop. I'll just edit a copy of it, and then I could just use the spot healing tool using content aware fill to just get rid of all these plane trails. Simple as that. That is if I wanted to, and if I had the time to do so. But personally, I am pretty happy with this one, and I have to say I'm very happy with StarStax as well. For a free piece of software, that is pretty incredible, to be fair. So what I'm going to do now is do a few more of these star trails from all the other time lapses that I captured and throw them up on the screen for you. See what you think. And there we go. It really is that simple. Honestly, I'm surprised that it's that simple. I thought it'd be way more complicated than that. And from the look of it, that is just one small thing that StarStax can do as well. So hopefully in the future I'll have the time to have a bit more of a play around, see what else StarStax can do. And if I do, I'll bring you along with me as well. So if you'd like to see more like this video and you enjoyed it, please do consider hitting subscribe down the bottom corner there. Give it a like if you liked it, and if you've got any questions, please do leave a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you. Then otherwise, until next time, be good, stay safe, get creative, and I'll see you in the next video.